Well, uh, we, over Mother's Day weekend, for Mother's Day, we moved Stormy and the cage setup that was over here. This area is now ready for grading, and the bulldozer is supposed to show up this week, assuming weather is okay. And we are going to have this whole area smoothed out and graded. So it'll go from the barn over past this tree, in front of this pole, and this will be our beaver phase 1 beaver paddock area. And the fencing guy, we've accepted his quote as well. So as soon as the grading's done, then we can start working on the cages and the fence. So we're making progress. So Stormy's new setup is over here. We have Tulip right here and Stormy right here. And this is temporary while we wait on the grading and the fencing by the barn. We have a very interesting new development with Stormy and her health. I have been collecting fecal samples from Stormy, and I'm actually collecting fecal samples from Petunia, Tulip, and Stormy for the purposes of looking at their microbiome. We're going to do some studies on that. So I've been collecting them, looking under the microscope, and then also freezing them. So we collected a Stormy fecal sample from April, and I put the sample in the fridge in addition to freezing one, and looking just actually interested in looking at the different microbes that we could see visually with a microscope. And I had a student taking a look at that older fecal sample last week, and very interesting, we had this really huge protozoa swimming around in that fecal sample, and it was not there when we first took a look. And then sure enough, after doing a little research, it's a protozoan known as Balantidium, and it's a really nasty parasite. And what I am guessing has happened was that she came to us with this protozoan in the cyst form in her intestines, and it didn't show up on the normal fecal float that we did at the vet clinic, because it's not something that's typically looked for. And now, after giving it some time in the refrigerator, it hatched out and now swimming around, reproducing. And sure enough, she has this really nasty protozoan infection. And that's probably also explaining, first of all, why she was so thin when we rescued her, and why she isn't gaining weight to the extent that I really want to see. So we are going to start a treatment on her, and that treatment will last about a week. We'll be collecting samples all along the way to make sure she gets clear of this protozoan parasite. This is also a really weird protozoan to be affecting beavers. It's typically found in wild hogs and swine. So I'm very curious about how in the world she contracted it, and most likely it was in some, she was living in some water runoff from either wild hogs or a pig farm. So we're going to actually write this up as a study as well, and hopefully she will have a successful treatment, and that was going to help her feel so much better. She already is doing much better. She is a little uncomfortable in this new environment. She has more open area, and I am noticing, her behavior. She's a little uncomfortable, so I'm going to put that tarp back up and her blankets back up so that she has that security. But overall, she's doing incredibly well with the move. She ate fine, and hopefully with this treatment, she's going to be feeling much better. Darling, how you doing? You're a good girl. You're okay. You're okay. We're gonna get you fixed up. We're gonna get you fixed up, sweet girl. You're okay. You're okay. You're a good girl. I'm gonna bring you some Nums.